Morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, 21st of October 2019. Shit, it's cold this morning. Everything's almost frozen. I can barely see across my windshield. Each time I do that, it's get frozen. So I have to go to work this morning. I didn't win the lottery, sadly. It's not for the lack of participation, because I participate every damn day. So, not because I don't want to. So tonight I'm gonna tell my boss that I need some help. I need help with my work. I need help so I don't get killed on the work. You know, I don't get exhausted beyond exhausted. I need someone to help me move all these fucking chairs all the times. Because when I started, it was one or two chairs to repair, mostly all the time, just one chair to fix. So it goes really quick. You go from one place to the others. You fix one chair, you leave. You go to another. You fix one chair, you leave. To the course of a day, you can do a whole lot. You know, it's really depend on how fast you go from one place to the others. But now, with I don't know what reason for, but one production was mishap or something. It's like one chair, three chair, 5, 6, 10, 12, 21, almost up to 40 chairs to inspect or fix. And just today, I'm going to one place this morning, and I have 13 chairs to fix. And it's not one of the most complicated mechanism. It's the simplest mechanism, and I don't know why I need to fix that. This mechanism has nothing. It's just a lever that push a button to go up and down. It's like all mechanical. So I don't get it why these chairs, they are failing now. It's one of the most reliable chairs there is. So I have to be downtown in an hour and a half to go fix 13 chairs. So that's the start of my day. That's gonna take like probably an hour or so. And then I have to go from one place to others and check like what exactly I have to do with the others. Last time I went to Quebec City, I had 3 jobs that were like 2 hours long. So how do you think my back feel after 2 hours of lifting chairs? Flipping the chairs upside down and fixing it and putting it back down and then push it back where it belongs. My back feel like crap after 2 hours. On the upside though, yesterday I went to the flea market, and this lady showed me this little product there. It's like a tiger balm but in spray. And she says if you have back pain, before you get rid of the back pain, you have to stop the inflammation. And then I said like, yeah, that makes sense. Technically, yeah. And she showed that stuff there on my back, and wow, by the end of the day, my back was feeling great. So I want to go back like there next week. I'm not going back there, but by the end of the month, I want to go back there and buy her product. It really works, and my back really needs it. Last week I had a job offer, a very interesting job offer, and they actually pay me $1 more per week. It's every week pay, not every 2 weeks. They give me $1 more to be a salesman on a tool shop floor, but I refuse. The guy hired me. He said like, oh, you're hired, but I say like, my decision is not final. Give me this week. With what I do, with this winter is going to be like really shitty doing what I do, having to walk in the snow and the slush and all that crap. But this job that I'm doing right now, I love. It's the freedom that I have. During the day, I don't have anybody on my head. I don't have anybody shouldering me, looking what I'm doing, all that kind of crap. I'm free to do as I please during my day. I'm responsible of my work, and I do my darnest, you know. So that's that. The other day, Saturday night, I made another video that was about 30 minutes long, but it was in the dark, first of all, so I'm not really a fan of doing video in the dark. But I was talking more about the situation of having to build something and having the space to make that thing. And Saturday, I tried to go down there and clean up the place, and I put some parts down there, and the moment I look at the place, I couldn't stand it. And then when I went yesterday, I went to shut the valve with the water for the plumber, and I look at the place and I fix my shoes, and it's really, I can do little chores if I pay for it. Production works and crap like this if I pay for this, but for myself, I just hate being down there. I don't know, you just don't breathe. Literally, it's a concrete box that you just don't breathe in. Even if I have 2 fans to help me, it's suffocating working down there. And after an hour of soldering and making stuff, I get a headache. So I don't know, you're listening to me, you probably live in a house, you have your own garage or a room of your own where you can do your work, but I don't. I live in a freaking apartment, like an apartment that's filled to the brim, and the tiny space I have in the basement to work and store my thing is filled to the brim. So how do you want to be creative and create stuff in such a claustrophobic environment? You know, I don't see outside when I'm working. I'm between 4 blocks of concrete. So that's already depressing as it is. So that's why when I say you have to build something, sometimes I need a press drill, sometimes I need a bandsaw. I don't have all these things at my disposal down there. It's a fucking storage place. It's not a workspace. So there's as little I can do in this tiny cramped space, and people don't understand. They think that making things is easy. I make it sound easy, but it's not easy. You know, when you're taking mathematical equation and information, and you have to transform this into a physical thing, an object, a machine, you have no idea how hard that is. This is why 90% of the times scientists and physicists, all their stuff just stays in limbos, or they stay in the computer world, because they can't create it. They cannot imagine how to create that. They cannot imagine a mechanical way or electronic way to make that thing works. They don't have the imagination for that. Their brain is filled with other things. Their imagination is gone, disappeared. All that's in their mind right now, what they're doing, their stuff, like Michio Kaku and Neil deGrasse, is how to get rich and popular. You know, me personally, I'm not doing anything of what I'm doing to be popular or rich. My 2 goals are, if I manage to time travel, to get healthier, to find a way through future technology of medicine to get better and live longer and pay off my debt. Because I don't know if you do know, but if you're here and you have a family, or if you have like brothers and sisters and mothers, and you die and you have debt, the bank's gonna go after them to pay off your debt. And me, I have a lot of people in my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my wife, they're all gonna suffer for it, because if I die or if I disappear. So this is why you have to think hard when you reach the point of your no return on your project and you're about to test your machine and you're gonna disappear. You have to think hard about what you're gonna leave behind if you can't come back. alone and you have nobody, then fine, you can go wherever you want. You have no, the bank can go fuck themselves because they can't go seek anyone to pay off your debt. But if you're like me and you have families, it's just gonna make them miserable that they have to pay for your shit. Me, what hinder me right now is the lack of good decision in my past. And I don't mean drugs or habits or anything like that. I mean the choice when I was spending money and how I use that money, that if I would have done it the other way 4 years earlier, I wouldn't be in debt right now. I could have canceled both my car and get a cheaper car. I could have paid off my debt with the money that was available at the time instead of wasting it. And me and my wife, we could already move somewhere else. You know, but one thing that I live with is I don't live with regrets. I do not live with regrets, but I would love to go back at my past self with the knowledge I have today and change the odds of my existence. Make sure that I wouldn't borrow money here and there for stupid shit that didn't bring me anything. I think to me, a cancer that was in my life was the bicycle industry. I love bicycle. It was the first mechanical things I fell in love with, and it didn't bring me anything. I lost money after money after money in the bicycle industry. Compared to the cars, where when I learned to be my own mechanic, and I learned to do my own things on cars, and then I learned from masters, 3 different masters mechanic that taught me the best and the easiest way to fix things. And then I fell in love with cars, and cars brought me more money than bicycle ever did. I would say that over the course of 16 years of working on cars, I probably made 3 times the amount of money I lost on bicycle. And especially when I was buying used cars and reselling them, that was like, it was covering the lack of money my pay was bringing in. Every 2 months I made a decent amount of money with selling a used car, and then I buy another one and then I fix it again and I do it again. And I probably did that 50 times over the 9 years I worked at that place. So I don't have doubt in my ability to be a salesman, that's for sure. But my motivation level to do what I have to do right now is just fair. That would be just it. I would say it's just fair. There isn't much more. There isn't much less. I have to do what I have to do. I have to do what I'm paid for, and do my best to succeed at it. Nice going, Sherlock. Right in the middle of the red light. So, if you live with your parents and you have a house and you have a garage, don't ever complain about that garage you have, because it's a valuable thing you don't know other people would love to have, and they cannot have. Today is going to be a hard to push day. It's about 2 degrees Celsius outside, very cold. I had to wear my long johns to keep my leg warm, and I'm going to have to start wearing more layers because it's just going to get more cold. This summer was really fun, I have to admit it, and over the last 4 years this summer was really, really fun. I really love my summer. I had a good time this summer. On this note, I'm going to let you go. I'm at work right now. And I wish you guys a good day. Catch you later.